And there we go again. It's game number 2 time. That was a pretty fast start, so I still have my hopes up we're gonna make it to the JDL later at 29 CET. It kind of depends how fast the game 2 goes. Fabulous 5 looked very awesome in game number 1. Solid farm, solid draft, and well, except for one team fight, they pretty much had like nice combinations, especially the heavy healing combo coming out by Chen, and the Dazzle was making the difference there. So I'm looking forward to see similar things coming out. So let's hop into the draft. Game number 2, start of the semi-series, Fabulous 5 versus DGC. Let's go.
Yeah, we see DGC banning out the Doombringer now, which actually was the first pick for Fabulous 5, if I'm not wrong. So they don't want to see that hero anymore. And they get themselves the Ancient Apparition as well. So one extremely strong support for them. But Fabulous 5 going for the Centaur as well as the Dazzle. And that is a deadly combination in its own right.
Yep, definitely. And so far, the bans, according to everything we know, and Fabulous 5, they save up the Centaur Warrunner, which was in the other game on the other side, and the Dazzle as well. The only difference we see so far is that Ancient Apparition is on the Vision Game Club, and that is a big problem, to be honest, because Fabulous 5, I said it in the introduction, they had an amazing combination, especially because of all the healing coming out. We had a mech on the Chen, we had the Hand of God, we had the Shadow Wave, and everything coming out by the Dazzle. There was a lot of healing coming whatsoever, and this healing will now be negated if the Ancient Apparition gets the Ice Blast properly in position. So this is definitely something Fabulous 5 has to take care of.
Yeah, that can indeed be a big trouble for them. And not only do they have the Ancient Apparition to counter the Dazzle heals, they also have the Batrider who can just jump in, drag the Dazzle out of position straight away. So even if the Ice Blast doesn't hit, they still have a possibility to drag out the Dazzle and kill him straight away. So really nice heroes picked up by Division Game Club, although Fabulous 5, they have such aggressive heroes that if they get the ball rolling early on, this Ancient Apparition Ultimate actually might not be too big of a threat anyway if it's only level 1.
Yep, definitely. And well, it looks pretty decent at the moment. Division Game Club, like, they are looking for something to be the Fabulous 5 strategy of the old game, but then again Fabulous 5, they see it, so the question is, what do they counter? Again, the Mirana ban comes out, just like last game, even though last game it was on the 5th ban, this time it comes earlier out, so they definitely don't want to face the Mirana. Neither the Arrow, nor the farming potential, of course, and of course the Moonlight Shadow, which is a nuisance, especially early game, because you have to buy so much detection just to get that Mirana out of sight. And what I like is the Batrider pick, of course. It's the initiation of Batrider is still one of the best. Clockwork was decently played last game. Like, his hook shots were all on target. We haven't seen a single missed hook shot, and everything led to a kill or a nice initiation for the team. So the Vengeful Spirit they picked last game, it would have been a counter pretty much to the Clockwork, but then again there only came one swap out of the cogs, and yeah, that one was not even that successful. So it's looking pretty nice, and we see Luna, Naga, and now also the Rasta being banned.
Yeah, I think the Rasta ban is pretty nice because the Rasta Ancient Apparition support duo is pretty strong because you apply the Cold Feet, then shackle that hero up, and that's a 100% Cold Feet proc as well. And of course, just having the Mass Serpent Force for the push is never something you want to actually deal with. Whereas Division just taking out the hard carries, I guess, and having the Riptide plus the Dazzle minus armor, it could hurt quite a lot as well. But they have their third pick coming out now, and will they pick up a mid laner? I mean, they have the Puck, which is pretty decent up against both the Ancient Apparition as well as the Batrider. So it might be possible if they want to go for it.
Yep, definitely. It looks, looks decent, but now they take quite something of their bonus time there to consider what they want to go for. To be honest, I think they're struggling with the AA pick. They're like, guys, now with AA, should we go for something similar of last game? Because the option is still standing. Like, nothing of last game has been banned except for the Doom. So theoretically, they could just go for whatever worked last game, you know?
Yeah, they're definitely cool. Although I think they might pick up a hero that Division Game Club had in the last game, being the Visage. Having those familiars there, as well as of course the Soul Assumption on top of everything the Centaur brings to the table, would be really nice, but they pick up a Dragon Knight. So, a tanky hero who has some pretty nice pushing as well as nice team fights, so not a bad pick.
Yep, definitely. It definitely looks interesting. Dragon Knight. I haven't seen a Dragon Knight in quite some time. I think in the last week I saw only one Dragon Knight, and I think it was played by Liquid or Cloud9. I have no idea. I can't remember which game it was, but there we actually saw it. But it was in the pushing strategy, so there we saw, like, yeah, the Dragon Knight just being utilized as a tank, standing in the front row and like applying. I think they also had a Chakiro, so they went for like the double damage over time build on towers. So they just went there, put the dot up pretty much, and then just went back. Or of course in the full out push that helped as well. Anyway, but we have another pick coming out, also quite after quite some hesitation there by Division. But yeah, it is a Rubik.
Yeah, it's I guess he can steal the Stampede if he's really quick on his fingers and with nice positioning. I mean, stealing the double edge is one of the worst things for the Rubik because he just kills himself more or less. Hoof Stomp would be decent, but that would also require for him to actually get into melee range. So I guess so far the Dazzle spells are the best things to steal. But overall, I mean, Rubik just such a versatile hero, so it's never a bad pickup, but so far there's no big spells to steal.
No, it's I don't like the Rubik pick so far because I don't know, for the hoof stump for example, you need to be quite close as a Rubik for, I don't know, the double edge. If you steal that one, you deal quite some damage to you as well. The Dragon Knight, well, the fire breath is quite decent and the ultimate is quite decent, but like for the stun as well, unless you get him caught in the dragon form, you also gotta be close. Or you might even be able to steal the dragon form and the stun afterwards. But yeah, I see something even more interesting coming out. It is FAB5 going for Bristleback.
Well, I can't say that I dislike the pickup. I mean, we don't see that hero all that often, but he's really tanky, which is actually a really good against the Ancient Apparitions, so you won't get into shadow range half as easily. The same goes for the Dragon Knight as well as the Centaur. So they have three super tanky heroes. They all benefit from the Stampede strength multiplier, which is also one thing that we haven't mentioned before. As well as, of course, having minus armor from the Vicious Nasal Goo, Dazzle ultimate as well, so those quill sprays will do a lot of damage.
Yep, I definitely like it. And if the Dragon Knight is going for the AC, you even have another damage source there, or like another amplification on that damage source. So I really like it, but it requires the Bristleback to go tanky, which is, I mean, the obvious build on a Bristleback, but we saw many Bristlebacks played in the offlane, for example, and they weren't so happy. They didn't get the farm up they needed to, and this is always dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm guessing the Centaur is going to be on the offlane unless FAB5 want to go aggressive tri-lane. But Division Game Club, with the heroes they have at the moment, I would really like to see a pipe rush, maybe even on the Bristleback himself. Because Division Game Club, they don't have a ton of physical damage, and they go for the Viper.
They go for the Viper again. That's really interesting.
I mean, if it's a Dragon Knight Viper matchup in the mid lane, then Viper definitely has a upper hand. I think that matchup should favor the Viper a lot more than it was against the Shadow Fiend.
Yep, but I don't know, it's like the Viper pick last game, it didn't work out. The only thing he was really good for was tanking up the Doom damage with the corrosive skin, but on top of that, I don't know, like the Viper just didn't work out. He was not aggressive enough against the Shadow Fiend. He died in mid as well. The only good thing is they got an early kill on the Shadow Fiend in the Vengeful combination, but still, it just didn't work out. I didn't like his skill build against the Shadow Fiend in mid, but this is maybe something where I just disagree, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. But what I like is the ban coming out by FAB5. They go ban out the Slaughter because they can't get it, and I don't think they even want it in their setup, but like that would be another source for minus armor for Division Gaming, and also another initiation similar to what we see coming out by the Centaur. So they just don't want to have this against them.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have been able to fit a Slardar too well into their own lineup unless they went for a support Slardar, which actually I have seen once. No Tail played it like in the XMG
in the
Captain's Draft
shot.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, Slardar support isn't anything too common. And actually having 3 melee heroes already, I mean, sure they're tanky and all, but let's say for the Quill Spray at least from the Bristleback, if he uses it, he triggers the Viper's corrosive skin immediately, so he can't really chase. So FAB5, they go for the secondary support, and that's the Disruptor, and I absolutely love that pickup, especially against the Batrider.
Yeah, it's an amazing pickup. I just love it. It's, yeah. With the Disruptor, you can utilize so many things like escaping heroes whatsoever, and the silence is pretty crucial, to be honest. Like especially against the Batrider, if you get the Batrider out, not to mention even that the disable on the Batrider by the Klims is huge. It's really huge. The Batrider goes in, wants to get something, maybe even gets the lasso off, and bam, you just Klims, and the entire initiation is screwed, and the Batrider is going down before you can even say Batrider. So I definitely like the pickup. It works out perfectly there.
Yeah, Division Game Club, they're gonna have to get some big hero pickup now as their last pick, because so far I think FAB5 are just gonna out-tank them pretty much in those fights with all their strength heroes, as well as just having a very nice set of abilities against the lineup of Division Game Club. I mean, this last pickup, I don't even know what they could go for, but they go for an Ursa, so I don't know if that Ursa can actually get in range to do something. I guess the Viper, with his slows, definitely helps the Ursa to stay on top of heroes. Other than that, though, I mean, he has to get up and close, which is perfect for the Disruptor to just put down the kinetic field, Static Storm maybe on top, and just disable him quite easily.
Yep, definitely. And I hope this time we don't have any crazy pauses or interruptions, because we got, well, still quite some time till our next game at 21 CET, the JD League, and with a bit luck, we're gonna make it in.
Yeah, given that FAB5 wins.
Given that FAB5 wins, yes, that is. So, official shout out to FAB5. Please win. No, as Gas says, we are impartial. I also would like to see a nice best of 3 properly played out, so don't worry about this case. We are just interested in really decent Dota. And talking about decent Dota, we go for fast introduction. I take Radiant team because I did Dire team last time. We have Crystal Cross this time on the Batrider. Shad, the team captain, is on the Ursa with an amazing set, I have to say. Phoenix on the Rubik, Paris Dota and True Faith on Viper and Ancient Apparition following the pack, and they go for 5 men here looking into the jungle.
Yeah, and for FAB5, Kyubashi is being their first one as all lane on the Bristleback. Amelie playing the Dazzle with Gimli on the Disruptor, leaving top actually looks like a mid lane Centaur with Blomst playing the top lane Dragon Knight.
Yep, looks pretty interesting so far. They are looking for Roshan, but they won't find anything, and there's still 5 men here, but they won't find anything. Like we saw that last game already. FAB5 pretty passive at the start. They're not interested in a clash whatsoever. We have 1 ward again on the Bristleback, which is gonna be against the Trident that's gonna come out. We have Gimli is carrying the second Observer ward here on a Disruptor. This is again top, so they play pretty standard, like pretty predictable, to be honest. Like if they knew the wards from last game, then I don't know, DGC might have an easy or easier game this time. But yeah, we see the first ward coming out, and it's pretty interesting, this ward, because it's in the mid, and this is dangerous because sometimes we see a ward coming out here or coming out here, and if you stomp a sentry directly in the mid, you might actually be able to spot out both wards. So unusual spot, I have to say. On the Radiant side, we have the normal ward coming out here. This is not a surprise. It's giving nicely vision to the side and to the bottom rune. And last but not least, we have, yep, also a very standard ward for the top rune coming out there by the Dire side. And the Batrider hasn't used his ward yet. The Observer is still in the inventory. He has a haste rune. He did for quite some blocking there, but yeah, the Disruptor is gonna be the one who's supporting this lane.
I think Division should be aware of the fact that there's an Observer ward. I mean, they had their own Observer spotting out the placement of the Dire ward. So it's quite surprising to me that they haven't sentryed it yet, but I guess they weren't checking the inventory of the Bristleback when he was running in. So some minor mistakes there. Already the lane getting pushed out as well, so this dual lane I think is a really good idea because the Bristleback solo would have struggled quite hard, but having the Dazzle there as well, just being on the background with a possible shallow grave to make sure that the Bristleback gets away. So the Bristleback will definitely, if not get a lot of farm, then at least get the levels.
Yep, definitely. So, but so far, nothing else is coming out that is sort of surprising. No harass coming out whatsoever. The only thing I'm really worried about is the Centaur Warrunner here in the mid. I don't think he can prevail against the Viper. This is just something, I don't know, that doesn't work out by default.
Yeah, you think the Dragon Knight would have done at least a little bit better just due to the fact that he has his breathe fire if need be. So maybe the Centaur should have gone top instead, but I guess they know what they're doing, and this Centaur at least is getting levels as well.
Yep,
but he definitely wants to get the early blink.
Level's the only thing he's getting at the moment, that's the problem. Like, he's not getting close to the creeps. The creep wave has to be pushed out, but it's gonna be heavily denied by the Viper. And you already see that. I mean, he's 6-0, which is surprising, but 14-3 on the Viper.
Yeah, it's not too surprising that this Viper is completely dominating this lane, and I guess he's super happy about it. And with top being quite low on the Centaur, this Nether Toxin is doing a ton of harass as well. So Viper looking really good, and actually with the early start that he didn't have last game, he might have quite an impact on this game at least.
Yep, the impact this game should be much bigger now, but yeah, Centaur Warrunner really in trouble. He's losing so much HP, he has to bottle crow all the time. What's coming in that, he went for boots, so this is Tranquil boots, I guess, again.
I really think the Viper made a small mistake. I think he actually could have gone in for the kill because the hoof stomp just got used, and if True Faith would have just continued with the poison attack together with the Nether Toxin, I think it would have been an easy kill. What?
Yeah, possibly. But I mean, I don't know, poison attack level 1, it's pretty low, like the slow you get out of it, so yeah, especially now that he has boots, it's pretty hard. You might have to dive the tower and it might flip back on you.
Well, the Viper was full health at the time, so I guess he doesn't want to give anything away because he wants to be absolutely sure that he dominates the lane. I mean, he's almost tripling the last hits, or actually literally tripling the last hits of the Centaur, so he actually doesn't need to get the kills anyway that bad.
Yep, but they might go on the Batrider. He went for 2-2 build in Firefly and the Napalm, but he's hiding quite well now. He's getting the experience he needs, and I don't know, that Dragon Knight misses quite a lot of last hits, I have to say. Like, he's been there alone, almost uncontested by the Batrider, and he's just 19-6. If you compare that to the other lanes...
There's Firefly on the Disruptor, he might go down. He has the glimpse if need be. Now the Dragon Knight comes in, so Batrider stirs from his path.
Yeah, he goes back. I mean, in the worst case scenario, he still had glimpse, so it's just not too much of a loss there.
Actually, the Disruptor is going for a maxed out Thunderstrike, at least at the moment, which isn't the best scale build for the Disruptor, I think. Just maxing out the Glimpse, getting the lower cooldown, getting the lower mana cost as well as of course the increased range, which is the most important part. I think it's just so much stronger, but I guess killing potential wise, the Thunderstrike is a bit better.
Yep, definitely. And I don't know, at the moment it looks decent.
Oh, mid lane, there might be first blood. There's the hoof stomp of Viper under the tower, TP coming in as well, but Viper gets the first blood. But Disruptor, Glimpse comes out, Thunderstrike, level 2 as well. The tower doesn't focus or change the target, and Salve coming out. Is it gonna be enough? Yes, it is.
Yep. He's surviving. Like, there's level 1 corrosive skin, so that's a bit reduction, plus a tick off the Salve. So, yep. First blood going to DGC.
Definitely a lot better of a start for them than in the first game. But Bristleback actually only level 3, almost level 4, whereas Ursa is 4.5 with Ancient Apparition on 4 as well. So the Ursa, 29 last hits compared to 12 on the Bristleback. So FAB5, I think their lanes weren't planned as well, especially as the Dragon Knight. Even though he should have free farm on the top, he's struggling really hard.
Yeah, he's missing a lot of, like, it looks like he has some lag issues. He's really struggling with the last hits at the moment. Like last game Blumps was definitely better on the Doom, but then again Doom also gives you like that Devour backup that gives you constant income. So I don't know, it's the problem is Striker Knight also needs the level 6. He's gonna get that pretty much with the next creep wave. So he definitely needs that ranged stun. Plus the Disruptor climbs back. That's the only chance how they could get the Batrider. But the Batrider then, he's at the moment now stealing the XP. He just dinked level 6 and he's halfway through the dagger as well.
Yeah, this Batrider is getting way too much stun on the offlane, to be honest. Then again, Disruptor isn't the best hero to just box out the Batrider anyway, because the Batrider puts a few sticky napalm stacks on you and suddenly you have to be really scared of the Firefly coming to kill you. And the Ancient stacking gets spotted out as well. The Sentry Ward is there to block any further stacking of it, so the Bristleback won't be able to farm that up. And it looks like the game plan this time around for FAB5 is not the best. I mean, maybe they're not comfortable with the lineup, or I'm not sure what's going on. But definitely not going half as well as it did in the first game.
Yep, definitely. And, well, this time Batrider...
Oh, there's the lasso on the Disruptor, the Stampede got used, there's the Dragon Form as well, Glimpse got used as well, so they're failing completely. No
That
communication
glimpse.
whatsoever. And there's the Telekinesis coming back, the stun onto Rubik with the Brief Fire, but Dragon Knight drops so low, as does the Disruptor, he goes down, and I think they're gonna get the Dragon Knight as well. He uses the Magic Stick, gets rid of the sticky napalm stacks, so he's actually fine.
Yeah, but still, the Disruptor, that glimpse actually helped the Batrider more than what they benefited of. Of course, he was under the tower, he got glimpse back, but the Dragon Knight was already under the tower, tanking up the hits there, and he didn't get in stun range, so... I don't know, miscommunication or just underestimated how far that glimpse will go. So, definitely not looking well. That, I don't know, that Dragon Knight Disruptor combination does not work out as it should. So, yep, we have to look... just for a short moment into the crafts. It's 3,000 gold at the moment for DGC, obviously after the 2 kills, including the first blood, and experience wise, well, just 1,500, which is also can be easily explained by the 2 kills they gave away. So FAB5 definitely not out of this, but the start is, let's say, bumpy, to say the least.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, the Bristleback isn't even level 5 yet. So this offlane, even though with the Dazzle being there as well, and even now the supports rotating, they still have to stay so far back, and I mean, it's quite horrible to actually look at the farm on both the Centaur as well as the Bristleback.
Yep, definitely. This is, yeah, looking... I don't know what to say, because I still think that the Bristleback is doing quite decent at the moment. Like, net worth wise, he is just on 2,000, but now they stacked up Ancients, so he's gonna get some gold boost there as well. There is, I don't know, the Centaur at the moment, no, he's not getting any farm either. I was actually thinking maybe he's already halfway through his dagger, but at the moment he didn't even finish his... No, he didn't even finish his Tranquil Boost. The only good thing coming in now for FAB5 is the uncontested tier 1 here. So the question is, do they get that down? He does not refresh. Yeah, now he is refreshing the debuff on the tower, which they need. And there is the TP in. Rubik is already coming, and the Ursa is coming as well.
This might be trouble. There's the Telekinesis on the Dragon Knight. TP is coming in as well. Ursa gets stunned, gets glimpsed back as well, just in case. There's the Kinetic Field. Stampede even used. And will they turn it into something? Ancient Aberration dropping really low, but they can't finish him up anyway.
Yeah, the soaring was not ready, that's the problem. And I think this is also a tower deny. Yep, the supports are now taking care of the tower. So, tower is down, but it is a deny, and this is really unfortunate.
This really isn't amounting up to anything at all for FAB5. Even the tower got denied, they didn't get any kills. At least, well, they didn't give away any kills either, so I guess it's all fine in that regard. But they used the Stampede once again and gained nothing of it.
Yep, the only... I don't know, like, even Bristleback is now... I don't know what he's really doing, because he's now back in base. He farmed the Ancients, one of the Ancients actually still lives, and now we see DGC taking the initiative. They want to farm. They know FAB5 is on the back foot with how the laning stage went, and yep, they might actually capitalize on it. The Bristol and the Dazzle, they won't push out fast enough to make it a tower trade.
Yeah, this Ursa is working out decently enough. I mean, the Ursa hasn't done too much so far, but his farm is really good. He has the face boots, has the Vladimir's offering already as well. So with the next creep wave, I think they might even get the tower if they nuke down the creep wave fast enough. So
Yeah, and I also don't think they can even contest that because there's 4 top and the Batrider got the blink dagger, so I guess they are waiting till something is coming. But now the Batrider actually TPing in mid. That's interesting.
yeah.
Oh,
The Centaur gonna get lassoed up. There's the Firefly as well. He uses the Stampede, but will it actually be enough? I think it might. Ice Blast flies in though and gets the kill.
nice ice blast there, but it still might end up in the tower here.
Definitely might, but oh, Mash
There's the
TP is
answer.
coming in now. They have to run away. There's no glimpse anymore. Kinetic Field nicely placed by Gimli. Cuba, she actually wanted to rotate in as well, but oh, Blomst
He
did
doesn't
get caught.
TP out, now he TPs, but
Telekinesis, nope, nothing.
no. So the tower actually goes down to the siege engine, so kinda a good outcome for FAB5. They only lose the center war and the tower didn't get denied, so they rather hunted them down and failing because no flame break and no other interrupt against the TP coming out, so I don't know. I think the tower deny would have been more effective there.
Yeah, probably would have. I mean, they were just went greedy. It's like, oh, we can get them, and I think they should have gotten the kill on the Dragon Knight as well, but failed to get a stun on him as he TP'd out. So,
Yeah.
FAB5 making the best out of a bad situation, I guess.
And the Batrider this time doing so much better. Yeah, he's going for the Orc Club now already. The Mac is up, the power threats are up, which is pretty interesting because like power threats on Viper you mostly see face boot simply for the reason that Viper is so damn slow, and now they're starting to push tier 1s here.
It's a really nice thing for them to do as well. Just get rid of the map control that FAB5 has, or not even the map control, but just the potential of TPing in. So if they get the tier 1 towers, maybe the bottom as well as mid lane tier 2 on top of that, then they could easily go for the Roche, even as Radiant.
Yep. But it looks like they don't want to fully commit to it because they're not sure if FAB5 is actually answering to that. But like, yeah, the supports are in the background. Batrider is flying to find something. Oh, this is dangerous.
Oh,
Crystal
Kyubashi in big trouble. I think they might go for the Dazzle instead. There's the Blink lasso onto the Dazzle. He gets caught. Will he get the Shallow Grave? Of course he won't. Even the Ice Blast flying.
Yep. So the lasso doing already worked. This is 4-0 for DGC. Such a good start for them at the moment. And FAB5, they just don't have anything to counter it. Now comes the Centaur War on actually with the dagger.
This might
finally.
be huge though. This pickup, but there's the mech of course on Viper. Viper's to the cut used as well. Kyubashi tanking it up. Now there's the Dragon Form. There's a nice 2-man hook stop, but he gets telekinesis up. Dropping low kinetic field with his static storm. They catch 3 heroes. There's the Stampede as well. Kyubashi is in the middle of everything, but falls down to the Ursa. Just those right clicks. But Viper kills off the Centaur in the background. He's just too tanky. There's the glimpse onto the Batrider who still lives, but might fall down, or nope, the Thunder Strike. One more strike, no. Survives with 40 HP, so he 1 for 2 in the end, and just not enough damage coming out.
Yeah, I think it's slightly miscommunication. Also that glimpse, like if the Dragon Knight had the Fire Breath there ready on the glimpse by the Batrider, I think that might have worked out. They made it a 2 for 2 trade, but like, yeah, with this bad communication and a spread out fight where they must not spread out pretty much, it's, to be honest, I really like what Disrupted did there, like 3-man kinetic field, 3-man static storm, that was very decent, so nice head start into the fight. But yeah, we looked already in the graph, and I'm gonna do that again. We have 4,000 for DGC and XP wise 3,000 for DGC. It's, yep. And that gives them this slight advantage. The advantage in level and items, just keeping them alive through even this burst.
Oh, the Batrider has the Invis now. He's on the hunt as well. And oh god, this Bristleback, I mean, he's hurting so much for levels. At least he will finish up the Vanguard now, so he's somewhat more tanky. But I think he made a big mistake in actually running into the Ursa the last fight. He should have just stayed at the sidelines of the kinetic field and spam out the Quill Spray, but he just ran to his death. But the Batrider, he definitely wants to go for something. He has the perfect vision of everything that is going on. And I think we're gonna see a initiation quite soon as well.
Yep, he has to, because... oh my god, the Dragon Knight there waiting as... oh, the Batrider actually going out Okay, that's interesting. They go back. They don't want to commit. Like, DGC playing very carefully at the moment.
Actually, there's no reason for them to be that careful because this Viper, like last fight, they tried to focus him down, but he has 1.4k HP plus the mech usage. So it's really hard to pin him down, but the Dragon Knight will come in from the side, but no, tower's just going down and they don't even try to defend it. They just stand there as 5, nobody is farming from them, and they give away the tower without a fight.
Yep, this really doesn't look good. FAB5, I don't know, they want to rely on later game, but still, I mean, if you look at the setup, you just shouldn't rely on that, because, I don't know, Santa, Warrunner, Bristleback, DK versus Ursa, Viper with initiation, and of course the Ice Blast, all your HP and everything, that doesn't really matter, and even the Viper is gonna be really happy in this game, because yeah, the scaling of Viper is just so good. And we just saw a smoke into Roshan. Now Ursa is already working on it, he's even getting now buffed up. So the question is, do they detect it? If they detect it,
There's the glimpse. Oh, Batroid gets Dragon tailed up as well. He should fall down, or really, he's quite tanky. He's still alive somehow. Finally falls down. immediately taking the kill on the Dazzle, and actually they have to give away Roche as well.
Yeah, they interrupt the Roche. That's pretty interesting.
That glimpse doing big work for them at the moment, saving the Roche, getting one easy kill on the Batrider, and that's a nice opening for FAB5 to try to maybe regain some map control.
Yeah, they have to. Like, tower-wise, I mean, 2 out of the tier 1 towers got denied, so gold-wise, it's definitely not looking good for them. And now there is a smoke in the Roche pit. The Observer Bot didn't spot it out. Oh, but now they get spotted out.
Yeah.
Viper actually.
There's the Dazzle ultimate coming out as well, but the chilling touch is there. Rubik drops really low to the Q sprays, and oh, nice initiation. Ancient apparition taken down straight away. And will they fight it? There's the Stampede as well. Will they get any more kills? There's a nice static storm catching 2. Ursa can't do anything. It goes down, but Kyubashi on the run from the Viper. He's not gonna escape. Nice shallow grave though by the Dazzle, buying some time, and actually Viper might go down. He goes as well. Those Quill spray stacks doing a lot of damage. But 3 heroes in the background dying for FAB5. Batrider just doing work as well. Will he get the Dragon Knight? Will there be a Dragon Tail? Yes, there is Breathe Fire as well. Can they get the kill? Poison Touch, Flumps dropping so low, telekinesis up. They might get the secondary kill as well. Ursa coming in from the sideline. The Shadow Wave gets the kill on Batrider, but team wipe for FAB5.
Yep, a team wipe there. But still, I mean, the Ursa was that Ursa was a buyback, right? So after all, like, the AA died, and the only one not dying actually on DGC's team was the Rubik. So it's sort of team wipe versus team wipe if you take the buyback in consideration.
Actually, AA bought back as well, so 2 buybacks, but they're gonna get the HEs for it, which is definitely worth it. I mean, getting the Roche kill.
That's the question. Oh. The Centaur Warrunner. With a bit faith, he could have just hopped in there. That would have been amazing for him, I guess. And there's some dewarding coming out now as well. But yeah, nice fighting there around the Roche pit. But still, FAB5 on the back foot here. But the fight they put up against 2 buybacks, I mean, it was after all a team wipe for them. But still, they got nice initiation. The Static Storm again, I don't know, was pretty decent, I have to say.
Yeah, I actually thought that fight is going really well for them. I mean, getting the kill on the Ursa, then getting the kill on the Viper as well, but just on the background they were dying themselves as well. Yep. I mean, they haven't been able to tank up yet the Centaur, just with Tranquil Boots as well as a Blink Dagger. Now Ogre Club in the inventory at least, so gonna tank up a little bit. But Ursa has the BKB, hit level 11 as well from the Roche kill. He was level 9 before, so that really helped him. As well as, of course, Perez on the AA, picking up the point booster, so...
And the AA, by the way, the Ice Blast did so much work there again. Like, the Centaur actually shattered, and the Dragon Knight had to go back because of the Ice Blast. So, yeah. But still, FAB5, they have quite some tanky heroes. Like, if they dodge the Ice Blast in a fight, then they might have actually a decent start. So now the Bristleback also, like, nice farming around the Ancients. So I wouldn't still not say that FAB5 is out of this game. Like, they still have every chance, especially after a decent fight. But now we see a smoke coming out. It's a Freeman smoke, Viper, Rubik, and the Batrider, and they are looking for something. And I think they even might find something if Dragon Knight keeps on farming here. But now he actually... Oh, but... The Warrunner.
I think they're gonna get somebody for sure that they should. Yeah, Dragon Knight gonna get lassoed off now. Should be an easy kill. Viper Strike used just in case as well, and it goes down. Even the Stampede doesn't help there, although I think if he would have tried to run away from them, it might have been enough.
With the residual poison damage, maybe, but yeah, that was
I mean, he had
very
10
uncertain.
stick charges as well. But he didn't even try, just ran straight at them. I mean, Stampede, wasted.
Yep, he's just not tanky enough yet for a three-man gank. It's just not working out. So anyway, yeah, the Batrider, as I said, I like it more than the Clockwork as the initiation hero, and so far every lasso went into something for the in favor of DGC. So definitely, I absolutely like it what Batrider is doing so far. He did quite nice on his lane, and now in the team fights he's doing the work as well.
Yeah, he's definitely been doing a lot for his team, especially considering he was the offlaner, so kudos to the Batrider. But FAB5, they're actually working on double
mid.
Heaven's
The
Helper.
Batrider is going down. Blink the initiation by the Santa Warren with the support of the Dazzle. The Ice Blast is flying in, not gonna find anything. The murder already happened. But yeah, they traded this kill plus a bit damage on the tier 2 here. Actually, not. Wow, I'm surprised. It's more than 50% damage on the tier 2, but still, the tier 2 on their side went down as well. So, kind of even trade after all.
Yeah, and FAB5, they're probably happy to just find anything as well as delay things up because they are getting quite tanky. And if this Centaur is also going for a Heaven's Halberd, which I guess he is with the Ogre Club because they don't really need a BKB except for the Ice Blast.
But
So
look
I
at
mean,
this. Is this halberd spam? Because
yeah, it's triple Halberd, I think.
it's Sanj on. This would be amazing because that would force the Ursa into MKB. Because with actually 3 targets up with evasion, that would be hell for the Viper and the Ursa, and they're the ones dishing out the most damage besides the Ice Blast, of course. So interesting choice there by FAB5, but I don't know if that works out because overall they also need damage. This is what I lack the most at the moment, like in their setup. Where is the damage coming from FAB5? But anyway, we see a 4-man smoke, 5-man smoke actually, in mid. Now, do they find something? That's the question. Bristleback is farming here. If Batrider
Yeah,
gets
he's gonna get both. There's the Firefly Lasso as well. He's gonna drag him over the high ground. Should be an easy kill, or there's the Stampede. Telekinesis gets used, but he's so tanky with his back turn. The Ice Blast comes as well. But yeah, he's gonna get the kill. Finally, Hoof Stomp on 3 heroes. He's gonna get the kill on the Rubik. There's the Static Storm, but BKB activated by Viper and top trying to TP out, but he can't do it. Those last right clicks getting the kill. And now Gimli on the run, as is Amelie, and I think this might be another team wipe for them. A TP out by Dazzle, but Flame Break cancels it, and yep, team wipe.
Yep.
Only getting 2 supports for it.
They were only able to get those supports out, and simply for that reason, fight is just not going away. And also how tanky they are. I mean, you look at the Mac coming out, like all this mobilities, like the Batrider even adding appraisers to his setup at the moment. I don't know if this is a drums attempt or just adding some random HP. Just, yeah, exactly what I said before the 5-man smoke went into fight. Where is the damage coming out by FAB5? Even the, I don't know, even the Bristle Squirrel not helping at all, not even getting anyone low.
Yeah, that's the thing with their lineup. I mean, the Quill Spray at the moment is actually the only source of damage, but he needs to get quite a lot of stacks before they actually start doing damage. So he needs the fight to last really long, but they're getting killed so damn fast that they can't really help anything. Of course, the BKBs on both Ursa and Viper help so much. This Static Storm, I mean, they don't care at all about it anymore.
Yep, not at all. This is now the second tier 2 going down as we speak, and there's just 1 tier 2 left. And I don't know, DGC, I think they could go high crown, even with a frontal attack against everything. They could just go for it, or of course they could go for the tier 2, maybe a fight around there, and then rotate either Roshan, but Roshan is not gonna be up for quite some time. No, they look for another initiation. Lasso is ready, and now it's just a matter of time.
I think they might actually drag somebody off the high ground as well if they really wanted to, but no, just going for the tier 2 tower. Maybe back off, although there's a smoke by the dire side as well, but they back off. So they're not finding like anything, literally nothing is going for the way of FAB5 at the moment. They're not getting any massive item pickups. And going for the Sange, I mean, especially for the bristleback, it's not a bad item trying to go for the Heaven's Halberd, but with all the gold he has, he actually might almost have
Oh, they
finished
find
up
the
a pipe.
Rubik.
Oh, will they get the kill? Poison Touch is there. There was a telekinesis as well as a glimpse coming out. Dragon Knight gets hit by the Ice Blast, but should be fine. But Ursa coming in, a nice shallow grave on the Dazzle, buying some time. BKB already wasted on Ursa as well with the Stampede coming out. But Bad Rider will get the lasso. No, he won't.
No,
So,
like the Stampede kind of surprised him there. I actually thought he was in lasso range, but wow, like the lasso, I mean, of course it's very small. I actually thought he would be in range, but he kind of missed to trigger it there. So, well, the Rubik goes down 17 to 10, but it doesn't change anything. Like, is one support going down, I don't know. The only upside of this fight is the simple reason that, yeah, I don't know, Ursa used the BKB charge is down to 8 seconds. That's the only positive thing I can find about this.
yeah, definitely there's not much more to think of. And like I was trying to say, I really think they need a pipe just against the Ancient Apparition ultimate. It would negate so much damage coming out actually, because this Ice Blast is just ripping them apart.
But that's the
and
problem. They need so many things. First of all, they need damage. They need to be more tanky, of course. They need to disable on Viper and Ursa. They need the initiation, but like I don't know, this to-do list for them for the next, I don't know, 10 minutes before DGC decides to go high ground is so long that I just don't think they can do it. Like at the moment they try to stay on their side of the map and farm up whatever they can, but DGC is just farming faster because of the items they already have. Like, we also look at Ancient Apparition being 250 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter, and once that Aghanim Scepter is up and it lands in a team fight on like more than 3 heroes, this team fight is automatically over.
yeah, I think we can kiss our JDL game bye-bye, because this is really looking like it's gonna be 1-1 after this game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it looks like this, but then again, never say never, because FAB5 in the fights they were decent, as I said, but like if you would have put up those fights with similar farm and everything, they might have come out there as a winner in those fights. But yeah, they lost the laning stage, they lost so many towers already, they got the denies on the towers they tried to get down, so gold wise and everything, it's just not looking good. I'm gonna show graphs just as well now. We have 12k lead in gold for DGC, which is of course can be explained with Roshan and all the towers, and well, experience wise it's not that bad. It's like 5k for DGC, something you can definitely get back, but 12k, this is just nuts. And now the Ancient Apparition got the Ice Blast reinforced there by the Aghanim Scepter, and this is gonna be really heavy. Roshan is gonna spawn soon, and I think the next fight we're gonna see is about the Roshan, and I think this is like the last chance for FAB5 to even come back into this game.
Well, as long as they keep on to the Rex, I guess they're still in the running for actually winning this game as well. Especially as now the Centaur is actually, or has finished up the BKB. Kyubashi, by the looks of it, is the only one who went for the straight up Heaven's Halberd, because BKB is the next item for Dragon Knight as well.
Yeah.
But
And there's a
FAB5?
smoke actually coming out by the dire side, but they don't use it to go for Roshan. But what they also don't know, there's a 5-man smoke coming out on the other side, so in before game deciding fight is coming, they have to meet at some point, and I think if they meet frontally, this is just not going too well.
they're
There
going
you
in
go.
Center Warrunner, doesn't use his ultimate, gets telekinesis up, gets taken down. There's the shallow grave though, the Stampede comes out, but Dazzle already going down. There's the lasso as well, up onto nothing pretty much. Static Storm way too late, and Bristleback takes a fall. 3 heroes down, they're gonna get the Disruptor as well, and Dragon Knight is gonna be the last casualty, and I think this actually might be a GG call.
This should be GG. That was a frontal 5-on-5, and yeah, the center runner just getting disabled before he can get anything. Like, he wasn't really fast in the reaction. Once he saw them, he didn't blink in to get the stun up. I think he did 1 hoof stomp, and that's pretty much it. And now they are like, oh, okay, we don't even need Roshan, we go high ground. It looks like it at the moment, but then again, Viper is going alone for Roshan. Hashtag team communication. What the? Now they actually go back. The Ursa jumping in. He's the one who can kill Roshan easily. But FAB5, it looks like they go for even more. They say like, okay, as long as the throne is standing, this game is not over. But I don't know. looking at XP, it's heading towards 10k, and now with the last team fight, we look at, I don't know, 15k, soon 16k advantage for DGC. Just looking bad for FAB5 at the moment.
Yeah, the Division Game Club, just they have so many items. I mean, Viper has an Assault Cuirass as well. How the hell are Fabulous 5 planning on killing him ever? He's so tanky, he has 29 armor, as well as, of course, magic resistance from the corrosive skin, as well as the mech, plus even the BKB. I think there's no way he's ever going down in a fight.
Yep, there is also just no item progression. I mean, the Bristleback finished now, finally the Halberd, but the first time we saw the Halberd was coming out, that was like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 minutes ago, and he's just not finding it. Now, he is done with it, but now, I don't know, the Dragon Knight made like a sidestep. He finished the... never finished the Sanj into a Halberd or anything else. He went then for a second Orca Club into a BKB, which is coming up pretty soon, but like, he might actually die there. Just because we see 5 people rotating in here. The Blink Dagger by Ursa coming out, but he won't find anything, so I was wrong. They play very carefully at the moment, but still. They can't go out of their base, so the gold is spiraling even more, just down, down, down.
Yeah, it's looking really good for Division Game Club. They have taken all the outer towers, they have the Aegis as well. Do they have any like item pickups coming in at the moment that they should be waiting for? No, doesn't look like it. So actually BKB up on the Batrider as well, so he can easily jump in without getting disrupted, glimpsed or whatever. So they have just all the items that they really need to break base.
Yep, definitely. But like both teams really carefully. I think DGC they're like, oh guys, I'm not sure about high ground. Maybe we're gonna throw the game there if we have a bad start. Then again, almost all their all the ultimates are already up and going, so they can just go. No, the Batrider will fish something out of there.
I think this Warrunner. Oh, there's the Lasso coming out onto the Disruptor. Blink in by yours as well. Nice Shallow Grave buying some time, but there's the Ice Blast. It doesn't hit anybody. There's the BKB on the Dragon Knight as well. He's trying to kill off Ursa. There's the stun as well. Actually, Ursa drops really low, but he has the Aegis, so he doesn't care that much. And Bristleback on the run, slowed down so much. Telekinesis up as well. He's gonna take a fall. Does he have the buyback? No, he does not. There's Wicked Sick. Dragon Knight dropping down as well. And even before, I mean, it definitely should be now with the Centaur just barely making his escape.
Yeah, Centaur actually got the Batrider there, which I couldn't show, but yeah. Also, the Ursa are pretty lucky there with the bashes holding everything in place. With the Aegis, there was just no way. Now,
Telekinesis on the Centaur, but a nice blink away.
Okay, that was an interesting thing. Nothing actually disabled the blink there. That was...
Yeah, Rubik actually stole the hoof stomp, but he missed it. But that's one set of racks, and Fabulous 5 doesn't look like they're giving up yet, though. I mean, I guess you have to admire their will to try to fight on until the bitter end, but...
I mean, it wasn't bad after all. They took out the Ursa, but like, he had the Aegis, and that is the reason that nothing else went down afterwards. The Ursa coming back into this fight. If you take the Aegis out of the equation, it was actually a nice fight for Fabulous 5. Without the Ursa, they could have turned this around, but not against the Aegis, of course.
Well, I mean, if he didn't have the Aegis, I guess he would have just popped BKB and killed them off anyway, maybe.
He used the BKB right at the start and he died after it.
Well, that was just... I guess, I mean, they're not invincible by any means, but Ursa now tanking up, going for the Heart of Tarrasque, picks up the Reaver. So, a lot harder to bring down. It's not impossible, but it's just so hard with them being one set of racks now down, as well as all the gold going into the pockets of DCG, but Fabulous 5, if they can manage to avoid getting picked off, they still have a chance, because one set of racks, I mean, not the end of the world, but oh, Batrider on the hunt. He wants to get something so bad.
Yep, they just go again. The second turn, now they go in, and this time they have, for each and every push they got something new. Like this time it's Viper with a double damage.
I really think that the Centaur, I mean, he's going for a Sanj now as well, but they need something like a Shiva's Guard or something, just to slow down the attack speed and slow down their old glimpse coming in. They get the Ursa, maybe there's the Dragon Tail as well. Then no BKB activated yet, but he pops the BKB and goes for the right clicks. Finally they kill off the Dazzle. The Static Storm comes out to try to stop something, but doesn't amount to much. Bristleback going in once again, but a nice hoof stomp stolen by Phoenix on the Rubik, and they get Kyubashi on the Bristleback. 2 heroes down, and oh, Dragon Knight, look at that slow Viper strike as well as the poison attack. Easy kill for the Viper. They're gonna get the Bristleback, who bought back, maybe not before the Ancient Apparition dies. A hoof stomp, nicely done, double edge as well. Crystal Cross on the Patrider, somehow still alive. Bristleback gets a dieback and godlike for both Shad as well as Viper.
Now it's time to GG. If not now, when would she ever GG out? Like, team fight, even against the buybacks, everything absolutely lost. So this is 1-1 in a best of 3. So next game is the deciding game. DGC versus FAB5 in the Star Ladder semi-series. We are Half-Lit TV. My name is Heflamoke. With me is Couchor. This was an amazing game, and DGC, we underestimated them.